PRS.
Well, some people might find your outfit offensive.
And really confusing.
Oh, I thought it was clear. This is a multi-denominational holiday sweater. It has Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Everyone's included.
Is everyone included? What about something for the Satanists?
Good morning, everybody.
You can't silence us all.
I know why you took a medical leave.
823 KTRS, the Big 550. We're joined by David Blaustein, ABC News entertainment correspondent. And the clip we just heard was from Office Christmas Party. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Jay. How are you?
Good. I understand Office Christmas Party is one of the films you're going to review.
That is a true story.
How was it?
Well, this is a movie that looks very funny. When you look at the trailers and you look at the commercials, then you look at the cast, and you got a Jennifer Aniston and a J.T. Miller and a Jason Bateman and an Olivia Munn, and then you have an actress who I think is just going to be considered one of the funniest actors in Hollywood within the next couple of years, Jillian Bell, who also makes an appearance in this movie. It's just chock full of very funny people. And, the premise that there's an office Christmas party that turns into something raunchy, I mean that's feasible. But then what they do here is, first of all, I guess they had 6 people writing this, 3 people working on the story and 3 people working on the screenplay. And generally, when you have more than 2 people working on a screenplay, sometimes that's, as you probably know, that could mean trouble.
Too many points of view.
If the 2 people, when 2 people work on a screenplay and they're writing partners, that's fine, and then you introduce a third person, could be trouble. But when there are 6 people meddling, I never think that's really a good idea.
No.
And then what you have in this movie is a case of them trying way, 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 way too hard to be funny, instead of just letting it organically be funny. An Office Christmas Party, and by the way, we had ours last night, it is a breeding ground potential for all sorts of HR conflicts that could be very funny.
Absolutely. Did you have a sign that said, keep off the copy machine with your bare bottom?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But, they just overcomplicate this movie with a plot, and it's so silly, and they throw in dumb jokes about the plot, and it was just over the top, and there was a good 40 minutes in this movie where I don't even think I cracked a smile. Now, that's not to say that there aren't funny moments, because when you have a cast like this, you'll have your funny moments. It just wasn't funny enough. It's just not funny enough for me to feel good about telling you that you should go spend money on this movie. Maybe when you're sitting at home one day and you want to stream it on Netflix, or if it's on cable, maybe you stop and watch it. I wouldn't plan my night around it.
Okay. Which is so sad, because we see the trailers and you get so excited. Everyone wants a good comedy. And writing good comedy is incredibly hard, and producing good comedic films is even harder. Yeah,
I think it's very difficult. People don't appreciate how complicated it is. But what was interesting, at the end of this movie, they show a blooper reel, and what you see, which by the way wasn't even that funny, but you see the actors that they have in this movie improvising different lines over and over again, which also tells me they didn't write enough.
Right.
When you have 6 writers and you didn't write enough, and I certainly appreciate having somebody talented on set, and if they come up with something that's funny, that's cool. But it just seems to me that they tried so hard. The plot was flimsy. It didn't work. They tried to inject heart into it, which is sort of like the Judd Apatow school of comedy, and it just doesn't work. And that's always disappointing to me. It's disappointing to me because it's amazing. They probably had to pay a lot of these people a fortune, and then you can go and you can make and it's sort of apples to oranges, but you can make a movie like Moonlight, for instance, with a number of actors who most people haven't heard of, a couple of familiar faces, and for very little money, and then you can make a great movie. But here you have to bring in all of these incredibly talented people to make a movie that's just not very good.
I never have understood why the people in Hollywood think they are so brilliant when they throw ungodly sums of money at really bad material.
Yeah, I
actually
very, very recently I had drinks with somebody who is in that whole game and pitches and has sold the pilot to a major network, and this person complained to me about a very famous network executive, and they said all they care about, and I'm putting this nicely, are celebrities. You know, they don't want to buy anything or program anything that doesn't involve celebrities. And, you know, there's a lot of truth to that. And part of that reason, and you know this, is because they're interested in a brand, like a proven brand. You know, the thing is, some of these celebrities are famous, but they're not necessarily proven brands.
Absolutely. David Blaustein, ABC News entertainment correspondent, thank you very much.
Thanks, Jay. Take care.
It's 8:28, KTRS, the Big 550, 19 degrees.